Hey everyone. So I'm doing an upgrade on my 2006 Silverado, and this is the front driver door panel. And so I've already painted it, and for that I used an SEM trim paint, just back here, this trim black stuff. I've gone through like 7 or 8 cans of this stuff doing the interior. It's pretty good. It has actually, even though it's listed as satin, it does have kind of a bit of a gloss to it. But either way, so I painted that, primed it, painted it, everything there, did the grills as well. I've sent away the armrests to get embroidered, so those are going to look pretty sharp. And I've done a sort of carbon fiber wrap here, this stuff, it's just a decal, on the switchgear. So that's where I'm at now, and I'm trying to make this truck feel like a little more modern, right? Because it's basically just hard plastic. So one of the things I thought I would do is I would do one of these inserts in a fabric finish. And so you can see I buffed this stuff up here. I just used Scotch-Brite, or not Scotch-Brite, whatever this gray scouring pad is, and scuffed all this area here. So this is the area that I'm going to fill in with the fabric. And so the fabric I'm using is this stuff here. This is headliner fabric, some extra that I had left over. What I've discovered in working with this product is as long as it's relatively flat surface, this stuff works really great. But if it's too contoured, like if I wanted to do all this and stuff, you end up with issues, and it doesn't necessarily sit properly. So I'm going to just do this piece. As much as I'd like to do the top piece, I'm more worried about that kind of falling off. Because you need to be able to wrap the edges on this stuff. So you can't just kind of do it on a flat surface. You need to be able to get it around an edge or in a seam, which is what I'm going to be doing here. So I've done 2 of these. They've worked out reasonably well. This paint doesn't stick amazingly, and it does scratch and show the light gray underneath. That's the really downside if you're going to redo your interior. It's not going to be like factory, but it is going to look pretty nice. So anyway, with that, I'm going to be using the same adhesive, the 3M headliner adhesive for this. This is like a contact cement or a contact adhesive. That's what this stuff is. I believe it's polyester based. Anyway, the couple tools you need, you're going to need one of these. I don't even know what you call it, but I actually took sort of a drywall spackling tool and rounded the edges and kind of dulled it a little bit. So you can use that to push into the grooves here. This one actually works really well. Just made that myself. You're going to need some really sharp X-Acto knives for finishing it off, and I'm going to fill in these gaps with some sort of construction paper. So stay tuned, we'll see how this turns out. Way better. So now I want to spray in here with my contact adhesive. Oh, I don't want to spray here though. So let me grab another piece. There we go. Bring that over a little bit there. So I have to make sure I don't spray up in here. I might add just a few more pieces just to protect that. Stuff sprays best when you hold it completely sideways. Doesn't spray very well when you hold it like I'm doing it. But you gotta get it in there. Come on. Okay. Everything's in there. that's where we use this tool. Get it right down in there. So it's going to take the glue with it, is my theory. I'll start from the middle now and work my way out. So it's stuck in there much easier pre-glue, so I think waiting for the glue to dry would be really bad. You gotta get it in there while the glue is still wet. Corners are a bit difficult, so the narrower you can't be too narrow that you cut the stuff. And that's where the round corners kind of work, so you can kind of get the round corners in there. Again, I've done several of these now. Kind of learning the way to do this. Okay. Hopefully deep enough for the glue to kind of set. So the biggest question now, I don't have the answer, is do you let it dry and then cut, or do you cut it while it's wet? And the danger of cutting it while it's wet is if you get the glue or anything else, it kind of can peel the paint. However, the danger of leaving it is if it dries in a place that you're not happy with. So I think we're going to cut now. We'll cut down here where it's least noticeable. So the nice thing about this blade, it's just the right length. It's super sharp at the tip, and so you can kind of settle it in there. Cut through. It only cuts in the bottom. That worked really well. Start here. Well, that was almost perfect. 3 panels in, I finally figured it out. So now I just got to cut out these holes. This one's to cut first because this one actually tapers in, so we'll get that one taper cut. So this is for the door locks. So I kind of just do these at an angle like that. Now I can get them down there with my fingernail. I could also flip this over and get the glue in from the back there too. The problem is I let these sit a little too long here because they weren't glued on the other side, right? So ultimately these are going to get smushed in with the lock mechanism, so I'm not going to worry about that. And this one I'm going to flip over and cut from the back side. So one just kind of final look at what the panel looks like. Got maybe a little glue showing there, but not really. And then the door handles go in here, and the switch gear here, and then the handle, or the door opening lever down there. I'll grab another quick video when I get the rest of the door assembled.
Before we get to that, I just want to show you these custom hand-wrapped leather armrests that were done by the Leather Monkey Studio here. I'll just put up a link for them. Just spectacular workmanship. Really impressed with what the work he did. He also did the steering wheel, which you can see in another video. Here it is in the truck. Dirty lens, unfortunately, but kind of see how the fabric's in there. Sandwiched in nicely by, of course, the leather handle. And then I did a duckle wrapped carbon fiber on the switch gear there as well. And kind of turned out okay. Kind of just brightened up an otherwise fairly boring set of switches. Got a few stains in the fabric. That's just my own clumsiness, but I could clean that up without a problem. So that's it. Not a hard project to do. Good luck to you with your attempt.